I am the law. That's what Rhodes said to Nick Aldis on this SmackDown show that might be going on right now as this video is being made because it's a tape show on Netflix. The whole show was posted up. But if you're watching in the States, you still might be watching this. This is a SmackDown review. It'll be SmackDown review for December 19th of 2026. 25. Idiot. I'm an idiot. It's a tape show. They taped the show on Raw. That's why the team, the announce team, and the rest of the announcers backstage it's the Raw team. It's the Raw team doing SmackDown. Wade Barrett, Joe Tessitore, Alicia Taylor, Jackie Redmond. It's the Raw team doing the SmackDown show because this is taped. So, all right. So, yeah, the show matches okay for the time they got, most of them at least. Storylines, not really interesting. I gotta say, SmackDown is hard to watch. There's just nothing exciting on SmackDown. There's nothing to get you excited on SmackDown. It's really lacking. It's really lacking that excitement of SmackDown. And 3 hours, moves to 3 hours next year. I mean, well, I hope it's not a struggle for that show. Just hope it's not a struggle for a 3 hour show. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be a boost in talent, whether it's transfer from Raw or from NXT. Calls from NXT. They need something. Let's go through the show. They recapped the John Cena, Stardust main event, all that stuff with John Cena. You all seen that. So to kick off the show, Damian Priest comes out. He talks about Cena for a bit. Then he moves on to Aleister Black, who he's still not done with. Right? Zelina comes back to cause a distraction, basically. Aleister Black attacks Priest. They fight back and forth. Priest brings out a table where he wants to put Aleister Black through the table with a slam. But instead, Aleister Black gets upper hand, does like a meteor to Damian Priest through the table. And but it's not done. Afterwards, backstage, the assault still continues. Aleister Black assaults Damian Priest backstage. Damian Priest gets nothing in. Yeah. Hits him with something like a broom or something. Then by the garage door, he does his finishing move is kick, and Damian Priest smashes into the garage metal door. Then there you go. So that's still going on. That's been going on for 3, 4, 5 months now. Let's see what else is on the show. Okay. Well, yeah, the Kabuki Warriors who are facing Last Legend and Nia Jax. They're both teams were former allies in Survivor Series. They lost. Now they're adversaries. Nia Jax and Last Legend made it. Obviously, won the titles, the tag team titles. Yeah, this might be the best match on the show, and that's even with Nia Jax in it. This might be the best match on the show. I could say the tag team match, Carmella Hayes and Ilya might be even better, but most of the matches on this card was either squash or the main event. It was, I don't like where it was, but the Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jax and Last Legend were matching wrestling gear. It might be the first time. Kabuki Warriors did not get the win here. Nia Jax got the win here with the bonsai drop on Kairi Sane. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, the music hits. They come out. They take out the Last Legend and Nia Jax, what happened last week. All right. They get to kind of the revenge. Okay. What else happened? Oh, okay. They showed the Miz backstage. I might be going out of order. Miz backstage. And he's upset with what happened on Saturday's main event. And next week, they're talking about Joe Henry. He doesn't want them to say that Nicholas, okay, you know what? His name, and Miz is like, no, don't say his name. And so next week on SmackDown, which is being taped, I believe, tonight. So it might be being taped right now. Joe Henry's going to face the Miz. I think Joe Henry's actual first main event match, like one-on-one, because I know he's been on. No, I guess Randy Orton at WrestleMania technically would be his first main roster match. his first SmackDown match. And R-Truth was there, and R-Truth is he was part of that segment on Saturday. And R-Truth was like, I believe in Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci, the legendary actor from Home Alone and other classic films back in the 80s and 90s. Home Alone, obviously, with Macaulay Culkin. That's what he said instead of Joe Henry. Now we got the main focus on this show was they showed the not the vignette but the when Nick Aldis went to Drew's house for Nick Aldis would negotiate, bargain with Drew how to get Drew to come back to WWE. Drew is complaining about his unsafe environment, all that stuff. He's bitching about that. So Nick Aldis wants him to come back, and he's giving he's hearing what Drew wants and the demands Drew wants. And the main demand is Nick Aldis. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and Drew's main demand is Cody Rhodes cannot touch me, right in his house, and Nick Aldis agreed to that. Then all of a sudden, Nick Aldis gets it looks like a security alert on his phone that Cody Rhodes has appeared in front of his house with the cops trying to stop him. Yeah, police were there, and Cody Rhodes coming to assault Drew McIntyre in his home. Totally not illegal. Well, actually, they actually used that. They used that. They assault Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. They fought in front of on the grid. On the driveway, Cody Rhodes and Drew, and the agreement wasn't fully agreed upon, I believe, and that's where you got the great line where "Merry Christmas, asshole," there from Cody. After that, Cody Rhodes was at SmackDown. Cody Rhodes comes out, cuts a promo on Drew. He's pissed off, angry, not buying Drew's BS. Nick Aldis comes out, and Cody Rhodes is not happy to see him. And Nick Aldis he has to keep the peace. He has to keep in control. He can't let things get out of hand because he even believes Cody Rhodes went too far to what happened when Cody Rhodes basically attacked Drew at Drew's home. And the stipulation is that this is when Nick Aldis told Cody, if you do touch him, I have no choice but to strip you of the title. And that's when Cody agreed, wasn't happy about, and then Cody basically blasted into Nick Aldis and says, I don't work for you. I work for these people. I am the law. You're not the law. I am the law. I am the law. The famous Sylvester Stallone movie. Judge Dredd, I am the law. And yeah, so that looks like Drew's going to come back and apologize for his actions, but Drew's also going to get the stipulation that Cody Rhodes can't touch him. I don't know when that match is going to be. My guess is it's the premiere episode of next year in January. Maybe on Netflix, but my guess will be the 3-hour episode of SmackDown. January 2nd, is it? No. Is it January 2nd? Yeah, it could be January 2nd. 2 weeks. That's my guess. I don't know if it's going to be a tape show or a live show, but that's my guess. That's how the match is going to be. The premiere of the 3-hour show next year. Let's see. What else is it? Oh, yeah, I forget. Julia was interviewed, but not important. Julia is making her no balance, right? Julia is going for the U.S. Championship that Chelsea has. So it's a heel versus heel rivalry. She takes out Alba Fire. Simple match. Julia gets a win over Alba Fire, and it's going after Chelsea Green. Okay? Simple as that. Okay. What else is there? Carmelo and Ilya Dragunov were talking backstage, right? About last week, about Carmelo coming to Drew, Ilya's aid and all that stuff. But they both have beef with DIY. And they have a tag team match. They're aligning with each other to take on DIY. Then Faxium comes in. Faxium is still pissed, especially Axion because of the mask. and they told when you beat them, leave a piece for them, because we want to deal with them too. Okay, and that match was next. Okay, so that actually was a solid match. I mean, Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes, and Dragunov's intense. Man, this guy could turn it from like this to like this in an instant. It's the intensity Dragunov gives off. It's like, don't. There's a reason why they call him the Bad Dragon. He's somebody you don't want to piss off. He's kind of, he reminds me of kind of like Ken Shamrock. Older wrestling fans. You might know Shamrock. Like Shamrock could just loses it. That's what Dragunov reminds me of. Younger wrestlers, younger wrestling fans, go check out Shamrock if you know what I mean. Ken Shamrock. Back in the 90s when he was in WWE. Okay? Their match was next against DIY. For some reason, DIY, they went back to their Def Rebel music, which, oh my God. Because the last few weeks, they've been using their CFO music, Johnny Gargano's music, and Tommaso Ciampa's music, and everybody, the music people liked back in the day. That was great. That was a great music they used in the back in the day. And they went back to this Def Rebel music. Nobody likes Def Rebel. They make shitty music for WWE. I guess, why did they go back to it? I don't know. This match, you know what? This match, fine. For what it was. These four wrestlers are always good in the ring. You know they're going to deliver. And they did here. I mean, it wasn't particularly a good show. Might be the best match. All right? Backstage, Alexa Bliss and Starter being interviewed. They explained why they went after last night's match to get revenge, and obviously they went back to tag team titles. Jade Cargill comes in the picture. They don't really say anything. They give her a stare, and then they walk away. Jade Cargill gets interviewed. Okay, classic Jade Cargill stuff. She talks about Michin and all that. Like Michin, she's talking about how she beat up Michin backstage, and Michin got up and attacked her and all that stuff. And Michin, but Jade Cargill got the upper hand in the end. And then as Jade Cargill's walking away, Michin out of nowhere hits her with a candlestick, and their security and referees and personnel stopping Michin from the continuing assault. And then we get to the main event. The main event was the Wyatt family taking on MFTs for the tag team titles. Okay, Solo Sikoa, as that match was going, he was walking through backstage through the curtains, through Gorilla, because earlier in the show, Ryan Six, Uncle Howdy, that's classics talking about the MFTs. So Solo Sikoa is doing what he does best, talk about shit about the Wyatts. And as he was doing that, he's walking now close to the Gorilla person, close to the entrance to the ring. The rest of the MFTs are there, and their music hits to get to the ring. The Riot music, Six music hits. The Riots get to the ring. Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis are the ones defending the titles in this match against, I believe, not Jeff Cobb, JC Mateo and Tamo Loa, maybe, or Tonga Loa. All right, and I don't know. Like this is not an appealing main event. I mean, because these are not appealing wrestlers in the main event. This is SmackDown for you, but it's just if you didn't feel appealing. But it is kind of a holiday. Usually when the holidays, the main events near holidays are usually like mid-card or like mid-card talent usually. These are best. I mean, this match wasn't expected as I thought. No winner. Went out of control. Riots and MFTs all ran into brawl with each other, all that stuff. And yeah, I'm sorry, but like, yeah, you could tell I'm not motivated. I'm sorry, like wrestling fans. I just think SmackDown has been a little lackluster as of late, and I don't know how I'm gonna do a review for a 3-hour show because it's hard to do a review for a 2-hour show right now. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below, guys.